In the second Sunday of Lent, the church gives us the account of the Transfiguration. And at the surface, we've got a connection between old and new here as Jesus is revealed as the new Moses. That's important because we celebrate, we enter into, we participate in the new Exodus as we celebrate the sacraments. So when we're baptized, receive our confirmation, celebrate the Eucharist, that is God saving us from slavery to sin and bringing us into the promised land and giving us food for the journey, in parallel to what the Israelites experienced coming out of Egypt, through the Red Sea, wandering in the desert, and ultimately to the promised land. So here's the revelation of Jesus as the new Moses. And just like Moses went up the mountain and took his closest companions, if you will, Nadab, Abihu, and Aaron. So Jesus goes up the mountain with Peter, James, and John. Moses' face was radiant like the sun. So is Jesus radiant like the sun. And like Jesus, the experience of Jesus on the mountain is amplified, but you've got these parallels that show you, okay, this is what the gospel writer's trying to do here in telling this story. It happened, but here are the parts where he's recalling this event that revealed Jesus as the new Moses. So here you have that, and I think the church puts it in the second week of Lent, to remind us as it's early on. We're about a quarter of the way through when we get to this Sunday. It's a reminder for us that God has made extraordinary promises to us. And just like he promised to the disciples when they experience a glimpse of his resurrection power, so he promises to us, in the midst of our journey, that our celebration of Easter will come, but in the midst of our lives as well. He's promised the pledge of, he's given us the pledge of future resurrection. So, no matter how difficult our Lenten practices may have turned out to be, no matter how difficult our life has turned out to be, God has made this promise that if we stay the course, if we are faithful to him on this journey, he who has always been faithful to us will make good on that promise to share in the joy of the resurrection at the end of this season, and most certainly at the end of our lives, the joy and the peace of eternal life.